Good morning. Ba, 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 da, da. Na, na. Okay, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Hi, Alma. How are you this morning? Happy Friday. I'm going to give it just a little bit and see if some more come popping in. It is Friday, and it's one of those days we don't want to get up early. I struggled this morning. Struggled this morning. I hope you can hear me okay. Let me know. So sorry, did not mean to yawn in y'all's face. It's a little bit cool this morning over here. Oh, you're on the road. Okay, well, no texting and driving, ma'am. Thank you for joining me, though. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. Well, welcome. I don't even know where my mouse is. There we go. Oh, it's been gross with these allergies here lately. Anyhow, I am going to go ahead. Oh, being driven. Okay, so you're the passenger princess this morning. Yay, it's always fun to be the passenger princess. Unless you're going to get groceries. I don't like going to get groceries. I don't like the stores. I do, but I don't. It's just one of those things. So anyhow, I'm gonna grab a tissue because my nose is just horrid. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started, I guess. They'll pop in here eventually. So our devotional today is carry your bags. Sorry. Okay, so here's our our memory verse. Why did I say memory verse? Anyway, here's the verse. But they will have to give an account to him who is ready to judge the living and the dead. And that's First Peter 4:5. And this is the NIV. I don't know if I mentioned that last time or not. Okay. In The Horse and His Boy, The Third Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis, Aslan, the Great Lion, an allegorical Christ. Okay, here's a disclaimer. I've not ever read the Chronicles of Narnia. We'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, let us continue. The Horse and His Boy, Aslan, the Great Lion, scratches the girl, Aravis, with his enormous claw. Her friend Shasta is peeved. He accuses and interrogates Aslan. Then it was you who wounded Aravis. But what for? Aslan replies, Child, I'm telling you your story, not hers. I tell no one any other story but his own. Every breathing human has a little or a lot of baggage. Now and then we get a glimpse of the baggage someone else is carrying, a glimpse of what God is doing or apparently not doing in another person's life. But he wants to draw our eyes to the story we are living. We are not responsible or accountable for the stories of others. He doesn't owe us an explanation for the blessing he bestows or the pain he allows in another's journey. You probably have more than enough unpacking and sorting and refolding to do in your own life from your own bags. You can confidently leave the contents of another suitcase full of stories to the one who wrote them. God, thank you that I only have to live my own story. How true is that? So very, very true. And I'm telling you, I do good to unpack my own baggages. I am not about to struggle with unpacking another person's. Good morning, Alyssa. We just got started, so anyhow, Chronicles of Narnia. I've never read them. So sorry. Please don't. Please don't protest or no. What is that? Whatever. Keep coming to the Fridays table. I promise I will read it one day. Anyway, so I've been wanting to because it seems interesting, but I've never read it. And please let me know if you can hear me or not, or if there's a lag. I don't know. I feel like sometimes my service is a little sketchy. So, all right. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me get to my page where I can write my stuff down so I can keep up. I don't even know I don't know where my other list is. It's right there. I'll have to go back and grab it. Okay, so our week in 2 words. Anybody? Any takers on that one before I throw mine out there? Because I don't know which 2 words I want to use. Sorry. So 2 words. 2 words for the week. Too fast. True story. For me, and this is just being raw and real, it was too hard. And I'm not talking like not so much work hard, more emotional hard. So yeah, that's where my week was, and it affected the work week. But anyway, we move on, and it will be okay. Thankful I have a father who loves me, even in the midst of emotional junk. So, 2 emotionally. No, what did I say? Emotionally hard. my pen, my beautiful, lovely, fun. Oh, there it goes. Um, I love my little pen I get from Right Tech, and it goes out real quick. See? Yeah, this is gonna be one of them things. I'm like, oh, look what I got. See, I'm like a little squirrel. You never know. You never know. So there's my week in 2 words was emotionally hard. Most read verse this week, girls. I don't even have a most read verse this week. Um, it would have to be. I think I don't even remember. Is it Philippians 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there? And I don't have it. I guess I could look it up and read it, but it's cast your anxieties is what, and it may not be Philippians, but that's where I'm at. Just a lot of casting the anxiety. So that's my, maybe not verse, that's my God promise for the week, maybe, or my rescue moment for the week, rescue words for the week. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. We'll figure something out. I'm still navigating this thing because it's kind of new still. Well, kind of. It is new. This is number 3, I think, maybe 2. I don't know, but hey, we're getting there, right? Do we have a song on repeat? I don't know that I actually have a song. And I'm going to be honest, y'all. Sometimes it's not even a Christian song. Sometimes it might be something from the 70s. I don't know. Rocky Mountain High by John Denver sometimes. I just love my Colorado music. This week's song. I don't know. So I watched Crossroads last night with Britney Spears, and I know it's such a teeny bopper movie, but I like it. It's one of my favorite shows, and I think my favorite part was where they're singing Shania Twain and they're driving. I just love that little part. It was just so fun, and I don't know why I went there. I guess because we're talking about music, and I just thought about that. So. Favorite or song on repeat. I don't know that I have one. A lot of Mercy Me this week because they tend to help the emotional parts of life when they get a little rough for me. So I would have to say Flawless by Mercy Me. Here You Come Again by Dolly. Oh my goodness, Dolly. Yeah. God, I sit here and I think about all the albums I used to have. I was like, you talk about Alyssa's book collection when I was younger. And I could kick myself for forgetting this collection when I moved. I had a music collection like no other. I mean, we are talking the LP albums, the 45 albums, 8 tracks, cassettes, and CDs. Tons of it. And it went back to like 77, 76. It was crazy, all of that. Anyway, I say all that to say I remember my album I had from Dolly. She had the short curly hair, and I want to say it was called Butterfly. I don't remember, but it was a pretty good one. It had a few good songs on there that I really liked. Anyway, just throwing that out there. And it is a very, very catchy tune. Very catchy. I don't know that there's one by her that's not catchy sometimes. I don't know. That's a pretty good song. So you have, now this is going to be fun to put Here You Come Again in the midst of all of our other songs. That's going to be fun. But I like it. I like that. I'm just really thinking about all the 70s music now. So anyway, okay, back. 2 weekend priorities. This one is going to be easy. You know what I'm thinking about doing? I really want to do this, and I think I might because we live out in the country. I don't know if I can and be comfortable because I cannot stand the wasps. And that's really weird because I go camping, right? I want to. We have a spot in our yard over here. It's kind of under this big tree, so it's got some shade, but it's got this pretty little spot where I think this weekend, I think I want to throw out a blanket and grab me a tumbler or cup of limeade and my book. And if it's warm enough, I don't even know what the weather's going to be like, but if it's warm enough, and put on my, wear my little summer clothes, my little shorts, shorts or whatever, just something summery and comfy. And I want to take my book and I'm going to go out there, and that's what I'm going to do for about an hour or two. I just want to make me a little spot out in my yard until we can get to where we can go camping. We have to de-winterize our camper. We have not done that yet. So that is one of my priorities, to create a pause place in my yard. The other one, I am not 100% sure what I want to do for that one. Probably just some downtime. Maybe watch another old movie. The Great Gatsby, I come across it the other day on Tubi, maybe. I don't know. We use Roku streaming, so it was on one of those channels. And I may take some tea and watch The Great Gatsby. I don't know. Those are my 2 weekend priorities, to just create a pause place in my yard and enjoy a movie that I typically wouldn't watch. Yes. Well, wait. Who's in the OG Great Gatsby? It's not Richard Gere, is it? Is that Robert Redford, maybe? I don't even remember. I know, I want to say it was the OG one, because it had the older looking graphic. Yes. Okay. So it was Robert Redford. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't 100% sure. I've only watched it one time, and oh no. Okay. So it was Robert Redford. That's the one I like. I'm not. I like DiCaprio, but I'm going to take Redford over DiCaprio anytime. Sorry. But yes, that one. It's on there somewhere, and I don't remember where it is. I do not remember which. I know it's on a streaming service like Tubi, maybe Peacock. And we have another one called Plex. Plex and Tubi are free. You have commercials, but they're free. And I'm like, my husband and I were talking about that just the other day. We get a little fussy about the commercials, and I'm like, I was raised with commercials. So having commercials in the shows we watch while we're streaming does not bother me, because that's break time. That's the time you run to the fridge and grab you a snack, or run to the restroom. Those kinds of things. Commercials aren't bad. I think commercials are really handy for having a conversation about what you're watching. But anyhow, okay, so some of you know, for our anniversary, we had an anniversary last weekend, and we had barbecue, gluten-free, yum, And then we found some cupcakes. It's a little place in Tulsa called Cupcakes, and they make gluten-free cupcakes. Amazing. They make both. They have gluten-free, keto, and regular cupcakes. And so they are amazing. Amazing. So we got some of those. And we went to the bookstore. Now, I get excited to go to this bookstore. It's a used bookstore in Tulsa, and it is huge. It is amazing. They, I think they really vet their books, because I don't know that I have ever gotten a book there other than something that was super, super, super old, like way old, vintage old, and even those were in good shape. So, oh, I didn't do my card. Let's do our card real quick, and then we'll get to that. Okay, so I have two deals, and I think I'll start. And most of you are familiar with these because we see them on the Monday morning show a lot. So anyway, we've got two of these, and I think I'm going to do the yellow one today. The Cultivate 100 Intentional Action Ideas Faith. Because this weekend, my challenge, I need to be very active in my faith. So I don't even know how to pick a card. There are probably going to be some repeats. Friends for lunch tomorrow and spending time with both mine and Stephen's mamas on Family Sunday. Oh, that's right. It is Family Day. It's Mother's Day. Okay. But that's still, I mean, I could still have my two things and then have church on Mother's Day. I think most of the kids have to work for Mother's Day this year, so it will be me and Anthony. Okay. It's so hard to pick a card. It is so hard to pick a card. I don't know how you do it, girlfriend. Golly. Oh my gosh. Okay. This will work. So he just stopped for croissants on our way to Houston to declutter more in our storage unit. That's a big priority. Yeah, I remember you have mentioned that a time or two, Miss Alma. Croissants. Oh my goodness, I've not had a nice, lovely croissant in 3 years. There are things that I miss, ladies. I'm telling you, there are things that I miss. All right, so our faith card is choose a verse that encourages you in your word of the year. So for me, I would find a verse that would encourage forge. And when I chose that word, I did not choose it as like beating something in the fire forge. I chose forge as in press forward. So I need to find a verse that goes with forge. Okay, so anyhow, I know that is a big project, right? Oh gosh, we have a storage building here that we need to go through and clean out and reorganize. Oh, and I just don't know that I'm ready. Plus, we have a baby shower to start planning. Oh my gosh. And I know it's not until July, but it seems like it has gone quick. This little girl is going to be here quick. Goodness. All right. So we're going to talk about the book haul from my anniversary trip to the bookstore. Y'all, this might take the rest of the day. So here, I don't know if you can see it, is my book haul for my anniversary. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. And again, they're used. So this was not that bad. I probably spent as much on these as I would have just buying 2 brand new ones. So anyhow, I don't know if any of you've read, and I've not read any of these, so of course, duh. But anyway, Lynn Austin, Long Way Home. A young woman is searching for truth in her childhood friend will discuss after returning from World War II, revealing a gripping story of courage, friendship, and faith. So I'm not going to read the full jacket. That's a lot of books. I guess I could. I don't know. Do y'all want to hear the whole? Do y'all want to hear the whole jacket, or you just want to hear a summary? I'm just thinking a summary because this could be fun. Anyway, Long Way Home, Lynn Austin. And I don't know which one of these is going to go on my list. I don't. On my TBR list. Nicole Bart. I've never heard of her. I'm cool with the whole thing. Of course. Okay, let's do that. Sorry. Go back up. Long Way Home. A novel by Lynn Austin. Okay. Peggy Serrano couldn't wait for her best friend to come home from the war. But the Jimmy Barnett who returns is changed so drastically by his experience as a medic in Europe that he can barely function. When he attempts the unthinkable, his parents check him into the VA hospital. Peggy determines to help the Barnetts unravel what might have happened to send their son over the edge. She starts by contacting Jimmy's war buddies, trying to identify the mysterious woman in the photo they find in Jimmy's belongings. 7 years earlier, Gisela Wolf and her family flee Germany aboard the passenger ship St. Louis, bound for Havana, Cuba. Golly, sorry. Gisela meets Sam Shapiro on board, and the two fall quickly in love. But the ship is denied safe harbor and sent back to Europe. Thus begins Gisela's perilous journey of exile and survival, made possible only by the kindness and courage of a series of strangers she meets along the way, including one man who will change the course of her life. That sounds really good. That's why I picked it up. Okay, so Beneath the Night Tree. Have any of you ever heard of Nicole Bart? Baart. I'm assuming that's how you say it. I've never heard of her. What got my attention was the chair. I was like, ooh, that looks like that might be a good book just because of the chair. So we're going to see, right? I've thought about you every day for the past 5.5 years. I'm sorry. Do I have a child? That's the top up here. I don't know what you call that. Yeah, I hadn't heard of her either. And I'm like, okay, well, the chair. See? So, ow, I just hit my elbow. Okay. Julia DeSmit. Not sure if I pronounced that right. Knew she would face the question eventually, but she didn't expect it now that she is finally content with the way her life has unfolded. A single mother to her son and younger brother, she cherishes living with her beloved grandmother and is hoping to be engaged to Michael Vermeer, the man of her dreams, by year's end. Then a startling email from her son's father spins her world off axis. She hasn't heard from Parker since he left her in a college parking lot without a backward glance. But one look at her son, the spitting image of his father, is enough to convince her that, for better or worse, Parker is part of their story. Faced with this new reality and potential unraveling of her unorthodox family, Julia begins a tightrope walk between what was, what is, and what she hopes for in her sanctuary beneath the night tree. So yes, interesting. And this one is just a fiction. So I don't know. Again, I have not read it. I do not know if there's anything in there to be cautious about. But it just looked really good. And I'm like, interesting. And of course, I want to say that one's fiction as well. Duh. All right. So I'm one of those, if I see a series, yeah, maybe excerpt. There you go. Thanks. When I see a series and they have all the books, I always try to get them, and I don't know why. So this one, and I've not ever read Tracy Peterson, but this one is a series. Let me see. I guess it go that way. 1, 2, 3, maybe. Yeah. So anyhow, and it is Heirs of Montana series. So I was like, ooh, that sounds like it could be interesting. So the first one is Land of My Heart. And okay. When Diane Chadwick urges her family to move west to her uncle's ranch in Montana Territory, she imagines the idyllic adventure. Inexperienced but determined, Diane must face the reality of an arduous artist. Yeah, sorry, it's Friday. Wagon journey and unforgiving land. But when tragedy rends the very fabric of her family, she fears for her future in the wild country where love and loss seem to walk the mountain paths hand in hand. And I think that's why I got it, because it does remind me of Montana. Uh, love and loss going together hand in hand. I always picture that when I think of Montana or the mountains, because it can get so rough up there sometimes in the winter. Yeah, these two I knew were Christian fiction. I don't think this one is, but it could be. It could be Christian fiction, but I'm not 100% sure. So we will find out. Tyndale. It usually tells on it usually tells on the back right here if it's Christian or not. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If it's Tyndale, then it's probably Christian fiction, because I think that's where I stayed this last time. Sometimes I wander over into historical fiction, but I think I stayed a little more in the Christian fiction. So, Heirs of Montana. That's the series again. The Coming Storm. So, from her favorite hilltop perch, the unadorned beauty of Montana in all its ruggedness, untamed charm fills Diane Chadwick with serenity and purpose. But fear gnaws at that peace, for her fiancé, Cole Selby, has yet to return from his journey east. When accidents and illness threaten those at Diamond V Ranch, Diane searches for a haven from the storm that surrounds her. But with Cole's fate uncertain and another man proclaiming his love for her, Diane's faith is a tenuous anchor amid the tempest. So I am just almost want to just start reading those now, but I need to finish my other ones first. Number 3 in the series, To Dream Anew. Through sheer determination, the Diamond V Ranch has flourished in the hands of Diane and Cole Selby. But when a new family settles in the area with ambitions to establish an empire in Montana, it quickly becomes apparent that they will stop at nothing to uproot Diane's family. As threats mount to their claim on the land, Diane struggles to relinquish control and place her trust in the man she loves, all the while fearing the sacrifice she believes God may require. So, yeah, I think that sounds like a really good series to start. I love reading series books. Okay, this one will not be new to a certain somebody, but I didn't have it on my shelves, and I wanted to get it. The Alice Network by Kate Quinn. I have Diamond Eye, I think, is the other one I have by her. But I know she's a good writer, and I've seen this one, so I'm like, yes, most definitely. And I know that you've probably already know the cover, but I'll go ahead and read it anyway. 1947, the chaotic aftermath of World War II. American college girl Charlie St. Clair is pregnant, unmarried, and on the verge of being thrown out of her very proper family. She's also nursing a desperate hope that her beloved cousin Rose, who disappeared in the Nazi-occupied France during the war, might still be alive. So when Charlie's parents banish her to Europe to have her little problem taken care of, Charlie breaks free and heads to London, determined to find out what happened to the cousin she loves like a sister. Oh, you don't have this one? Ooh, okay. How is it I have a book that Miss Alyssa don't know? I'm joking. A year, okay, so then 1915. That went backwards. Crazy. Okay. A year into the Great War, Eve Gardner burns to join the fight against the Germans and unexpectedly gets her chance when she's recruited as a spy, to work as a spy. Sent into enemy-occupied France, she's trained by the mesmerizing Lily, codenamed Alice, the queen of spies, who manages a vast network of secret agents right under the enemy's nose. 30 years later, haunted by the betrayal that ultimately tore apart the Alice network, Eve spends her days drunk and secluded in a crumbling London house I'm so sorry, y'all. It's been a week, like I said. That is until a young American barges in, uttering a name Eve hasn't heard in decades, and launches them both on a mission to find the truth, no matter where it leads. So, yes, I'm pretty excited about that one. Like I said, I mean, it's in really good shape. I mean, there's no pin marks. It looks, I don't know. That's why I'm like, man, if I can pay $5 for a book versus what, 15 to 20 in the bookstore, I'm going with that one. So my last one, and another favorite author, I think I've read 3 of hers already, not this year, but within the last year, is Kristen Hanna. And this is Comfort and Joy, a novel. And it looked a little bit different from her normal books. Right? I just love going into that bookstore. It is just so, I don't know. I really don't know. This one was given to somebody. This one does have writing in it, and it's not like a bunch, but I just thought it was so sweet. Comfort and Joy, a novel. And so this one says it has this little thing in it. I don't know if you see that, but it kind of just made my heart happy. To Willie on her 64th birthday from Jeannie Cartwright, 2005. And I thought, oh, how sweet is that? People are giving this lady gave her friend a book for her birthday. So that's so cool. It just made my heart kind of happy. Anyhow, in this modern day fairy tale, New York Times bestselling author Kristen Hanna gives us a special gift, the heartwarming story of a woman at a crossroads caught between two lives who finds a second chance at happiness. Joy Candelero used to love Christmas more than any other time of year. Now, as the holiday approaches, she finds herself at loose ends. Recently divorced and estranged from her sister, she can't summon the old enthusiasm for celebrating. So, without telling anyone, she buys a ticket, boards a plane, bound for rural Northwest. Yet Joy's best laid plans go terribly awry. The plane crashes deep in the darkness of a forest. Miraculously, Joy and her fellow passengers walk away from the wreckage as the plane explodes. There, amid the towering trees, Joy makes a bold and desperate decision to leave her ordinary life behind and embark on an adventure just for the holidays. Following the death of his ex wife, Daniel O'Shea has returned to the small town of Rain Valley. Now he is a single father facing his son's first Christmas without a mother. 8-year-old Bobby isn't making it easy. The boy has closed himself off from the world, surrounded himself with imaginary friends. When Joy and Bobby meet, they form an instant bond. Thrown together by fate, these wounded souls will be touched by the true spirit of Christmas and remember what it means to be a family. Then a dramatic turn of events shows Joy the price of starting over. On a magical Christmas Eve, she will come face to face with startling truth. Now she must decide, in a time of impossible dreams and unexpected chances, can she find the faith to reach for the love she has found and the new life only she believes in? And the new life only she believes in. Okay. Um, I just think that would be kind of interesting. It's really different and it's not as thick as most of her books are. But I know, right? I'm like, that could be a really, really good book. So I don't know. This one may get moved up. It may get moved up because it sounds really, really good. But anyhow, I will have a rundown of these on probably on Substack, so that in case you want to check them out or whatever. And yeah, again, I've not read any of them. I have read Kristen Hanna's work. I've read Kate Quinn's, and that is it. Out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 authors, I've only read 2. So very, very soft tracks. I have not a clue as to what will be held within these pages, but that is the joy of buying a book. And I'm one of the weird ones, y'all. I'm serious. This one, okay, so what appealed to this? Okay, you see them on the shelf like this? Well, of course, the name. So I pull it out and then I see the cover and I'm like, ooh, Comfort and Joy. That sounds like something I could use. And it's the funniest things that will pull me in. Of course, the Alice Network was just basically because it's a Kate Quinn and it's kind of like a spy novel, like those. The series, of course, The Chair on the other one, and The Long Way Home. I don't know why that one appealed to me so much. It's a simple spine. Maybe it was the book at the top or whatever that is at the top. I know this is just rambling. Is that a book? Oh, it's letters. Okay. So the little letters up there. And that was all that I seen. But when I pull it out, there's this. And a lot of times I pick a movie. I pick a book based on first the author and then the jacket cover. I don't know if that's right or wrong. And then I read it. Typically, I get it by the author and the jacket cover. I get it home and then I read the inside jacket. That's crazy, right? Leave it to me to do things weird. So, I thought I would make book haul Friday part of the show when I have a book haul. It won't be every week, but when I get to go to the bookstore, whatever, I will share my book hauls. So anyhow, did I miss anything? Anybody have anything they want to share? How their week was? Are we already done that? If that is it, we're coming up on 10 minutes before the hour. So I will, no wrong way to pick a book. We can make up our own rules. Thank you for that, because my rules don't always make sense. The authors that I know, like Kristen Hanna, Kate Quinn, Marie Benedict, those I very rarely will read the inside because I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, well, we're just getting that one anyway. Because in a used bookstore, you never know which treasure you'll find. So I'm like, okay. I know we'll have another book haul in a couple of weeks because me and a few ladies are going to see Priscilla Schreier in Tulsa. And we have a plan to go by the bookstore before going to see her. Plus, we know she will have a merch table that I will probably pick up a book or two there. I don't know. Depends on what book she has. So, yeah. So in a couple of weeks, we'll have another one. And with that, I will go ahead and say a prayer and get you guys started on your weekend. Remember, take your pause, create the space for it, enjoy it. I hope each of you have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, wonderful Mother's Day, even for those who are not, but have so many children in their lives that they have an impact on. To me, that is very, very worthy of a Mother's Day because it takes a tribe to raise kids. And sometimes I wish I would have had another person with me, but anyway, did not. So, with that, I'm going to say a prayer and send you guys off on your weekend. Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you, Lord, for your goodness, your grace, and your mercy. We thank you that you are above all things that we may face and that you give us the strength to face them. Father, I ask that you help us to learn in the pause, lean into it, and just learn in that pause who we are in you and who you are for us. And I pray that you would just give each of us a peaceful and enjoyable weekend, that mothers are celebrated from all over. Be with those who are traveling, that they may have a safe trip. And just thank you again, Lord, for just being with us as we work through our week. In Jesus' name, amen. So with that, I will see you guys next Friday. And I will try to remember to get reminders out a little earlier. Thank you. Have a great weekend too, Miss Alyssa. And happy Mother's Day to your mamas. See you guys later.